Have you ever been walking down a busy street, or maybe just doing something as simple as making a cup of coffee, and you realized your mind was describing your every move? Maybe you find yourself thinking things like, he stood by the window, watching the rain, wondering if he had made the right choice. Or you're in a high-pressure meeting and your internal voice says, the protagonist took a deep breath, knowing this was the moment everything would change. To most people, this might seem like a weird quirk, maybe even a sign that you're a bit detached from reality. You might have even felt embarrassed about it, as if you were away with the fairies, or living in a fantasy world. But psychology suggests this internal narrator isn't a distraction at all. In fact, it's a sophisticated psychological tool used by deep thinkers to regulate complex emotions and maintain perspective in a chaotic world. While most people are completely lost in the noise of their immediate feelings, you possess a rare level of metacognitive power that allows you to decode your own life in real time. Welcome to MindUnlockx. As you know, we don't do motivation, and we definitely don't do surface-level advice. Our goal is to provide a sanctuary for those seeking clarity in a noisy world by uncovering the hidden architecture of the human mind. If you have a movie-like narrative running in your head, you aren't just imaginative. You possess a high-resolution mind that is built for resilience and strategic clarity. This habit is a silent signal that your brain is wired differently, likely prioritizing deep analysis over the simple 9-to-5 social performance most people are stuck in. Today we're going to break down the 7 rare ways this narrative habit acts as a high-intelligence survival mechanism. Let's unlock the psychology of why your brain sees your life as a story. The first and perhaps most important trait is metacognitive awareness. In psychology, metacognition is simply thinking about your thinking. Most people live their lives entirely inside their emotions. When they feel anger, they are that anger. When they feel fear, they are consumed by it. But if you narrate your life, you are practicing what we call the observer effect. By describing your actions internally in the third person, you are creating a psychological buffer between yourself and your experience. This allows you to stay calm even when things are falling apart. You aren't just reacting to the world. You are analyzing your reaction to it. You see yourself as the character who has to solve the plot point, which prevents you from feeling like a helpless victim of circumstance. This is a rare mindset that transforms everyday stress into a manageable narrative arc, a trait common among those who value autonomy and self-sufficiency. The second trait is narrative reframing. This is often found in individuals who are the black sheep of their family or who raise themselves. If you grew up in a difficult environment, your brain had to find a way to make sense of the chaos. By treating your life like a movie, you are subconsciously looking for the hero's journey in your struggles. This isn't just about thinking positive. It's a sophisticated form of emotional self-sufficiency. When your internal voiceover says, "This was the moment the protagonist realized they were truly alone," it validates your pain while simultaneously suggesting that this pain is a necessary chapter in a larger story. This allows you to possess a rarest kind of strength, the ability to find meaning in trauma where others only find despair. You are literally rewriting your brain's response to stress in real time. Thirdly, your internal narrator is a sign of high-resolution pattern recognition. To narrate a story, your brain has to pick up on themes, foreshadowing, and character arcs. If you do this with your own life, it means you are hyper-attuned to the silent signals in your environment. You are the type of person who notices the micro-expressions of people around you, or the subtle shift in a room's energy, before a conflict even starts. Psychology suggests that people with these kinds of weird habits often have a high IQ. Your brain is processing data at a much deeper level than the average person. You aren't just participating in reality. You are decoding the mechanics of human behavior as you go. This makes you society's biggest threat, because you are someone who cannot be easily manipulated. You see the script people are following before they even finish their first sentence. The fourth trait is the ability to use emotional distance for de-escalation. Have you ever been in a heated argument and suddenly found your internal narrator describing the fight? He watched her yell, noticing the way her voice cracked, realizing she wasn't angry at him, but at her own past. This narrative voice is a sign of traumatic intelligence. It allows you to stay unrecognizable in the middle of a conflict because you aren't fighting back. You're analyzing. You possess a high mindset trait that prioritizes the truth over your own ego. While others are losing their minds, you are the quietest person in the room, gathering the data you need to resolve the situation without the 9 to 5 emotional grind that exhausts everyone else. Fifth, having an internal narrator gives you a powerful strategic outcome focus. In a movie, every scene has a purpose. Characters are always moving toward a goal. By narrating your actions, you are subconsciously forcing yourself to be more intentional with your time. You don't just drift through your day. You are the goal-oriented walker of your own story. This habit is common among those with rare autonomy traits, who hate being told what to do. You want to be the director of your own life, not just an extra in someone else's. This habit helps you maintain a unique portfolio, career, or lifestyle, because you are always looking for the logic of your next move. You value efficiency and purpose over social performance or empty small talk. The sixth trait is radical autonomy. Most people are constantly checking a social mirror to see if they are acting correctly. They wait for permission from the group to feel successful or happy. That the internal narrator turns that mirror inward. You aren't looking to the crowd for validation. You're looking at your own character arc. This is a rare mindset found in people who are truly self-sufficient. You have the ability to enjoy your own company, to be the solitude specialist at a table for one, because you are never truly alone when you are the director of your own internal world. You've realized that being the black sheep isn't a curse. It's a gift that gives you the freedom to write your own script. Finally, we have to look at the evolutionary reason for this. For thousands of years, humans relied on storytellers to pass down survival information. If your brain is wired to see life as a narrative, you likely possess the genetic markers of those ancient sages who protected the tribe by noticing patterns others missed. You aren't weird or broken. You are an environmental guardian of the human experience. Your internal narrator is your brain's way of ensuring you stay alert, intentional, and resilient in a world that is constantly trying to make you follow a trend you didn't write. So the next time you find yourself internally narrating a quiet moment or a major life crisis, don't apologize for your intensity. Realize that this is a sign of a high-functioning, resilient intellect. You possess the metacognitive power to see the bigger picture in a world that is often lost in the details. You aren't just living a life, you are crafting a masterpiece. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments, how does your internal narrator describe your day? Does it help you stay calm, or does it make you feel like an observer in your own life? If you're tired of surface-level advice and want to keep unlocking the hidden psychology of your unique traits, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Join our community here at MindUnlockx, where we find clarity in a noisy world. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next scene.